Hello, time for Spider and Old Scooter again. I'm Old Scooter, and we're here to play Spider Solitaire. This one is the HandSpinner edition. The game itself awaits our attention. So we'll do a two-suiter, we always do, and move right ahead before I tell you about the HandSpinner. You probably know about the HandSpinner. I felt incredibly out of touch with the culture when I didn't and discovered what it was and what's going on with it. At least in one narrow slice of the demographics, mainly one of my granddaughters, who was 10, who brought one to me as a gift on a visit and told me all about it. And I thought, well, maybe there's some of us old Fs who just don't know about these things. Eric and Morty, a very niche but very popular, pardon me, television, a kind of sitcom-y series, except it's all on the computer. It's a YouTube phenomenon, as is what you're watching at this very moment. Where else would something this odd show up? YouTube. Well, anyway, I'll show you my HandSpinner in a minute, as soon as I exhaust this particular deal of opportunities, which I may have done, may not have. I guess I can see what's here. Nothing that I need, so I won't keep it. It's a perfect time to show you my HandSpinner. That's the box it comes in. Metallic HandSpinner. On the other side, you see the actual product encased in this brilliant, it's upside down? No, this was right side up. This brilliant civilization's way of packing stuff is inside this plastic thing. I'll take it out, and lo and behold, there it is. See, it's actually turning, and it'll turn and turn and turn and turn. And it has some social significance. I'm not sure what yet, but I'll discuss it with you in a minute after I press on fearlessly here and see if I can find a move or two, and I can. Do I want this one or do I want that one? I think I want this one, so then I can do that. I should come over here. So, a few opportunities present their humble selves. We're eating away at the thin blue line, trying to cut through it somewhere and make a hole. Well, that's sort of a hole with a king in it. You can't put kings anywhere from where they previously were, except to a hole. So think about these spinners. Apparently, now stop me if you've heard this, but apparently they're kind of a rage, at least in Dallas, Texas. They're a rage. They may be all over the country. I haven't Googled them yet. It's not okay, Google. I don't need to know just yet. But HandSpinners are all the thing. This one may not be. This one, according to my granddaughter, is the cheap kind that you buy in airports. Cheap, my feet, the thing cost $14.95. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's not cheap. And this one, I don't think has, did you hear that? Has perfect bearings, although it does go on for quite a while. And I guess people find it comforting, the way I find Spider Solitaire comforting. I'm not actually too comforted by that particular move. So I'll go back to my solitaire comfort. Spider Solitaire. But did you know that this retail phenomenon had happened? It's something called HandSpinners, and the good ones cost $20, $25, I gather, and they go longer and are better balanced and are sleeker or cooler or something valuable. I could call this edition, rather than the HandSpinner edition, I could have called it Lessons from My 10-Year-Old Granddaughter edition. Every time I see her, I learn all this cultural nouveau stuff that I didn't know about, being a hermit up in the hills above Albuquerque. If you just keep looking long enough, old man, you'll see it. This is sort of Twitch for old people. One of these days, I hope to do it live. Wouldn't that be bizarre, doing this live? But psychologically, I'm trying to do it as though it were live all the time, because I don't go back and edit. Sometimes I butt edit, like if I go over and need to bring a piece in to finish it off, I can do that, but that's not really, I'm not cutting stuff out and changing orders and confusing the meaning from the original. I'm not doing any of that heavy-duty editing stuff. Might someday, but I'll tell you if I do. See, I've got a hole. I'm happy to have a hole. I'm only 3 deals in. There's a possibility of some progress, but I don't know what to put in the hole. Hold your punchlines. Let's see. So, oh, no. There, and then this. Of course. Why didn't you tell me? You never give me any hints. But more of the lessons from the 10-year-old granddaughter. She watches a YouTube channel. Lo and behold, this is a YouTube channel, although no one watches it because no one ever heard of it. Maybe they heard of it, watched it, and rejected it, but for some reason, this one has, like, I'm pulling a number out of the air, but it's right spiritually, 16 million subscribers. And it's called Pat and Jen. Pat and Jen. Oh, yeah? One of my Airedales thinks that's a silly name, Pat and Jen, but it isn't. They're good. They're very young people. Quite audacious. They play or participate in, whatever it is, one of the video games that my 10-year-old granddaughter has been into for quite a while. The name of it will come leaping to my mind any moment now. Not till I make a few moves. It's the way my brain keeps me under control. It won't let me remember stuff until I do something it likes. And it just loves it when I do well in Spider Solitaire. But with 16 million, these are very young people. They talk very fast. They're very upbeat. They've got unique voices. They're ebullient. And they have 16 million people watching them all the time, I guess. I watched for a while. They're amusing. They have good sense of humor. They're playing this game mainly, and I just hate it when I can't remember things I know perfectly well. We may go clear to the end of the game, and I still haven't remembered the name of that dadgum. I could give you hints, and you'd know immediately what I'm talking about, but I won't, because it's just too embarrassing. See, I could do this 4-3 and have a 2, or do this 4-3 and have a king-queen with a jack-10 to play. Well, we may try that one both ways. That's 4. So we get 4 good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we could do this and then do this and this. Kind of 6 one and a half dozen the other. No. I come out with a hole. That's always a tiebreaker, so we're going to go with that. Do you hear that dog downstairs going? Perfectly happy dog. Just likes to make that sound. really looked into it. No pain, nothing. Just sad song. Well, so between the hand spinners and Pat and Jen, I feel I'm back in touch with, oh, poor thing, back in touch with the culture a little bit. It's hard to stay in touch. Oh, be still my palpitating pancreas. Pancreas is on the brain because I just was reminded today by something on some medium about how Steve Jobs had died of pancreatic cancer. And I went through a period with a pain in my pancreatic cancer place for a few months, and everybody kept saying there's nothing there. Even had a CT scan, and I was all paranoid that I had pancreatic cancer. What it was displaced pain from my scoliotic back. Way better than pancreatic cancer. Why did you ask? 5, 7, 6, 4. There's a possibility we could get another score. That would be just spiffy. This game is so amusing to me. I don't know why. You know, when I'm playing it, sometimes, especially if I'm procrastinating with it, I'll realize in the middle of playing it that I really feel good. That brought up my spirits somehow. Isn't that strange in a game like this? Well, when you're playing a worthy adversary, this game figures out your foibles and your weaknesses, exploits them. I wonder how long this thing has gone. I'm using a different program tonight that doesn't have the built-in 15-minute timer thing. So I could be going on for hours here and not know it. Man needs a timer thing. Well, there's really, I guess I'm going to have to deal the last card. Yep. I think I hear a granddaughter coming up. I was just talking about you. Oh, it's my sweet mate. Yeah, I couldn't have said it better. 6, 8. See, there's a few things. This is the very last chance I'll have. Aren't you pulling for me? I wonder what the source of pulling for you is. You actually got out and helped pull the wagon stuck in the mud. He was really pulling for us. Maybe. Well, now I'm feeling mild. Ooh, optimistic. Okay, now then suddenly I'm $80 ahead. It's not a big win, but it beats the heck out of losing. I go to bed feeling better. I hope it improves your attitude about whatever you need improving on. Most of us need improving on something. Hear that poor baby? I've heard dogs do that a lot in their sleep, when presumably they're dreaming. But this one just does it when nothing is wrong, we assume. All right, I'm going to throw in the towel. I got to think of some synonyms for throwing in the towel. Giving up the ghost is way too serious. I'm not doing that. So, cheery Ben, my dears. Stay up with your grandchildren.